Okay, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to sit down and talk about how you can get clients without case studies or previous experience because this was a topic that worried me when I started my agency over a year ago. I was generally worried that, a prospect or a client would ask me on a sales call, like, have you done this for someone else? Or how do you know that you can deliver on what you're saying you can deliver for me? And it's a genuine concern that you've probably got right now. And I'm going to tell you how you can bypass all the, worries and doubts that you probably have and show you the best way or some strategies, tips that I would use if I had to start again with no clients, no sort of testimonials and all that sort of good stuff. Because the one thing about the agency model, it doesn't matter if it's AI or SMMA or whatever. The fact is the more clients you have, the easier it is to get clients. But this video is specifically for those that don't have their first client, or maybe they've got one client but just can't get another client. So it's mainly for the beginners who haven't got any case studies, no testimonials, no results, but you still need to get your foot in the door and get your first few clients. So this video will be very valuable to those. And I wish I had this because some of the tips I'm going to go over would have helped me speed up the process by quite a bit when I started. So without further ado, I'm going to get into this. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is conviction. I'm sorry if my handwriting isn't the best. I'm not the best writer, but you get the point. So conviction. Now, what do I mean by conviction? I mean that you need to have the most confident sort of belief in yourself, because if you don't believe in your product, why should anyone else? Now, the problem is that you're probably thinking, I haven't done this before, I'm not that confident in my service. Well, you need to be. It doesn't matter where you get the confidence from. When I started my agency over a year ago, the way I thought about it was that I made a deal with myself that once I sign a client, I'm going to give it my absolute all to get that client the best results. And I just made that deal with myself. So I knew that I could, because let's face it, you don't have the skills and maybe the best service delivery right now. But what you do have is character. And you're going to have to rely on your character, and you're going to have to rely on yourself to deliver your client the best results and work extremely hard for that first client to get them great results. So that's what you need to do for the first thing when you don't have sort of a client. Now, it as I mentioned, it is hard to have conviction when you've never done it before, but you just need to do it. Like, if you don't believe in it, why is anyone else going to believe in your service? Like, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's true. So you need conviction, you need to be confident, and at the end of the day, sales is a transfer of energy. So humans are very good at picking up when another human is sort of, not confident or a bit like skeptical and that kind of thing. So trust me, humans can tell when someone else is sort of uncomfortable. So when you're on a sales call, you need to be confident, you need to be convicted, you need to just, believe, speak with confidence. I see too many beginners just like, they get nervous, they stumble, but like it's understandable because it's your first time probably trying to sell anything, but you just need to be confident, man. Tone is so important. So I'll put tone here as well. The tone in which you speak, because let's face it, right? When someone you got to understand the reason why your people are asking for case studies or asking for previous results. You need to understand why people are asking that. And the reason is because they can tell that you're not confident, or they can tell that maybe you're, not the most confident person in what you're saying. So that's why they're asking for it. So if you're worried about people asking for sort of case studies or testimonials or previous results on a sales call, just have utter conviction and they'll assume that you've done this before. Because, yeah, I mean, people don't say things for no reason. It's like they're saying it for a reason. They can tell that you're probably nervous or whatever. So that's the sort of the first point that I would say. And I just wanted to give you a heads up. If you can combine all of what I'm about to give you, you'll find it so much more easy to sign your first client if you combine like all of these. So the second one is going to be a irresistible offer. Now, you probably heard this time and time again. So if I can't spell, once again, I'm not the best at spelling. So an irresistible offer, what you need to do is you need to make up for the fact that you don't have any results, you don't have any previous clients. And how can you make it up to that person? By having an irresistible offer. You need to have an offer so good that prospects feel dumb to say no to. Now, how do you sort of make an irresistible offer? It's a combination of a few things. The first one's going to be risk reversal. Now, you've probably heard me talk about this before, and there's a good reason for that. It's insanely powerful. Risk reversal and a guarantee. Guarantee. So a risk reversal and guarantee. Now, yeah, when you don't have, any results to show, you have to make up for it by having a solid risk reversal and guarantee. Risk reversal meaning that the client, can't really, it reverses the risk of a client working with you. Because one thing about humans and basic psychology is that humans are very, very risk adverse. So humans would much rather not gain something but not lose something. So if there's any chance that the prospect can lose, either money or time or whatever by working with you, then they're probably not going to take it on, especially if you're a beginner. So you need to sort of just remove all the risk by having a strong guarantee. So for example, you could have an ROI guarantee, so return on investment guarantee. Now, you may be thinking, how can I actually deliver this results? Like, I'm not confident. I don't know if I can even get them a return on investment guarantee or even deliver any results. And the way I see it is that I would rather get 5 clients with a return on investment guarantee, and let's say the first 2-3 clients I don't get the results and I give them their money back, a full cashback refund. At least I would have got a client in the first place and had the experience. Rather, if you just don't have a guarantee, no risk reversal, then you're probably never going to get a client in the first place. Because how client acquisition works, so how getting clients works, is you can either make it easy or you can make it hard. There's no in between. And easy comes from risk reversal. So risk reversal guarantee, I'll put guarantee, whatever, guarantee, and just an insane offer. Like, you literally have to make it like, say to the prospect, look, if I don't deliver you results, then you'll get a full cashback refund, plus I'll work for you for free until I do deliver you results. That's how strong it needs to be. So when, let's say, a prospect does ask you on a sales call, hey Charlie, have you done this before for, another client? You can say to them, I'm going to be completely honest, James, I haven't done this, and that's exactly why I have this, guarantee in place that states that if I don't deliver you results, you not only will you get a full cashback refund, I'll actually work for you for free in addition. So there's not much that can go wrong here, and that's how strong it is, because you're making up for the fact that you don't have a sort of testimonials and results. So so hard would be like a week. So week offer, and no guarantee. So like no risk reversal, and no guarantee. I'll just put that, no G. So yeah, there's not really like an in between. It is just like either it's easy or it's hard. And to make getting clients easy, you need risk reversal, you need a guarantee, and you need to just sort of, make a deal with yourself that once you sign a client, you're going to give it your absolute all to deliver them results. Now, the third one we're going to talk about is going to be something which you may have heard of, may not have heard of, but it's going to be white labeling another agency. White labeling another agency or media buyers results. So, boom, boom, or media buyer. So a media buyer, if you don't know what that is essentially someone who does the service delivery for your agency. So, you can find them on Upwork, Fiverr, and so let's say you do Facebook ads or TikTok ads, you would sign the client, you would do the appointment setting, you would, close the client, and then you just give the media buyer, I don't know, 40% of what you signed the client for, and they would do all the service delivery for you. And what you can do, right, is you can actually leverage their results. So because they're going to be because the media buyer, the contractor, is going to be doing the work for you, you can leverage their results, which is completely ethical, completely understandable, because, they're the ones doing the work. Now, that is a powerful thing. However, let's say you're in the AI sort of space, which, most of my viewers are, you can still do this. You can still sort of, find people who are good at AI automation, do that on Upwork and Fiverr and still leverage their results. So it's the same thing, and it's something powerful that you could do sort of right away, which is pretty cool. And, there's not much that can go wrong by doing this, because, and especially if you can combine like leveraging their results with what I've talked about here, so having risk reversal, guarantee, strong offer, you'll be unstoppable and you'll get your first client so much quicker. Now, the next one, number 4, which might be the last one, is going to be a pay per result. So pay per results, or a free trial. Now, let's say you do I can't spell. I spelled it wrong. Okay, so let me give you an example of a free trial. Let's say you do a chatbot for e-commerce brands. So, you set up the chatbot on BotPress, Stack AI, all that good stuff. You can offer them a free week. So free week of just using the chatbot, making sure they're happy. And then once they're happy and they, find success with it, you can then charge them, I don't know, a maintenance fee, I don't know, $400 a month, $500 a month, an upfront fee of like $2K. It doesn't really matter, but you're giving them a free, and it's the same for any like sort of service. Like, you can just work for them for free for a week, and if they like what you do, you can then sort of, charge them or agree on a price. However, the only problem with this, so the pros is that you'll probably get a client pretty soon, but they'll be on a free trial. The negatives could be like, there's no skin in the game. So there's no skin in the game, meaning, now what does this mean? This means that they have no incentive to actually like listen to what you're doing, or sort of, use it, because they haven't invested in themselves, essentially. So the way a quote to sort of define it is that if you don't pay for something, you don't pay attention. That's, one of my favorite quotes, because when you pay for something, you're much more likely to actually do the work and sort of listen to the agency, for example. So the only cons is that there's no skin in the game, and maybe they won't be accountable. But if you're just trying to get your foot in the door, I would offer a free trial, and especially when you can just offer this with conviction. So like conviction, stating that like you literally get to try it for free for a complete week, and then if you don't like it, cool, we can go our separate ways, and if you like it, we can agree on a price and something like that. But it's just powerful, man. Like, it's just powerful. Like, why would anyone say no to this? Especially if you've got a good service as well, like a chatbot for e-commerce, and they let's say they're currently having employees, like, it's going to save them so much time. So in recap, conviction, tone, vital. This is probably the most important one, having conviction and tone, and then combine that with an irresistible offer. So one that has solid risk reversal, meaning that the client can't lose anything by working with you. And a powerful trick you can do in a sales call is just ask them like, hey man, what's the worst that can happen? And they're gonna be like, yeah, okay, you're right, nothing bad can happen. If it doesn't work, I get my money back. If it does work, great, we can form a partnership. So that's the importance of having a strong guarantee, or one that scares you. Your like service delivery should scare you. You should be like, damn, can I even do that? Like, can I actually deliver them that many results? But that's how it should be, and that means that you'll make client acquisition easy. And this is what we're looking for. And as I mentioned before, I'd rather have 5 clients and give 50% of them a refund than to have no clients because I've got a week off at no risk and just that kind of stuff. So that would definitely help you. Then obviously you can white label your agency, media buyer, all that good stuff. Go on Upwork, you can find people and leverage that. And then you can do a pay on results basis. And bear in mind, you're probably like, oh, I don't want to do a pay on results basis, man. I want to, get money up front. I want to charge an upfront payment. I know people who make 6 figures a year doing this, where they do like Facebook ads for like, I don't know, realtors, gyms, I don't know, dentists. And if you just take 20%, especially if you've got like a high ticket, if your niche is like a high ticket sort of like service, like, I don't know, dentists offer like veneers, and like veneers are like a few thousand. If you take, if you take like 20% of like a few thousand, and you can get them like 10 new people in the door, bro, that's like 2K. So once again, service, having a good like service delivery, whether it's chatbots, AI lead gen, appointment setting, it doesn't really matter. Just, work on your service, but don't let that procrastinate you from stop doing outreach. You need to be doing outreach, so do outreach as well. That's more important. And yeah, man, because the only way you can actually really get good at like service delivery is by doing or having empirical knowledge. And empirical knowledge means that you gain knowledge by actually doing it. So the only way you can actually get good at it is by sort of doing the service. So that's why free trials and that kind of things is a good idea. But especially if you can combine conviction with, irresistible offer, Like it'll be so much easier to sign a client. And I wish I would have done maybe like a 3 week, because it just would have got like skin in the game for me, and it would have helped me sort of speed up the process. But yeah, hopefully that helps. Click the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment if you have any questions. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, man.